Hi everyone, Edison Vasquez at Colombia. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're discussing cold storage, leasing existing or building new refrigerated warehouse space. Refrigerated or cold storage has been in high demand this year, both from users and investors. For users, there's always a question of whether to look for an existing facility or to build a new facility in a warehouse space. So from our experience, here are some tips that might help users in the search for warehouse space. Number one is a freezer or refrigerated. It depends on the use. It can be cold storage, freezer for fish, meat and other items, or refrigerated for produce, flowers and other similar items. So depending on the use, it can be an existing facility or build a new one. For freezer, it might be better to build a brand new one. So in the case of freezer users, they're so customized, there are different chambers, different temperatures. So for freezer users, it might be more feasible for them to look at a new facility, whether it's leasing a new facility and then putting all the coolers, or starting from scratch and building a build-to-suit where the landlord builds everything from the ground up, insulated, and it becomes our cold storage facility. And in the case of refrigerated users, for produce, flowers, and other similars, they might have an easier time finding an existing facility and adapting that facility to their use. Number two, age of equipment. If a user is able to find an existing facility that has refrigeration in it, get more info on the age of the equipment, any repairs that's needed, and determine if it will be cheaper to take over this facility and adapt it to your use rather than building a new one. So that's something to determine on the age of the equipment. So a lot of times you find all facilities that have all the equipment and it just becomes more expensive to rebuild the facility than to lease a new space and put new equipment there. Number three, who pays for the maintenance and repairs? This is very common on leasing refrigerated space. So when you lease a facility that has existing equipment, there's always negotiation between landlord and tenant as to who pays for any major repairs of the facility. So check with the landlord and work with your broker on negotiating the best terms to negotiate major repairs of existing and how this will be calculated. What we work sometimes on the leasing side is putting caps on the expenses of repairs. So either the landlord can be responsible above a certain time, so that way there's shared costs between tenant and landlord. Number four, negotiate both options. If you're a user who is looking for refrigerated or cold storage and you find a good existing facility, also look at building a new facility and what it will cost. That way you can have both items and compare the two effectively. So you can determine whether an existing facility with other repairs or modifications will be less expensive or more efficient than building a new one, or if the new one is more cost efficient, it can be better for the business in the long term. So these are some tips that can help us. Our team are expert in refrigerated space and we'll be happy to help you with any questions. Please contact us. You can also visit our website at warehousesmarket.com for more information on cold storage and refrigerated space. We would love to hear from you. Follow me on social media at Edison Industrial, on Twitter at Edison CRE, on LinkedIn at Edison Vasquez PA. Thanks for checking out. Take care. Be safe.